Hello viewers, I'm recording this on September 10th. It's 1:40 in the afternoon, and given an event that happened, I thought it would be, I thought I should make a video about it. I hate politics. I hate it. As a matter of fact, one of my videos on my channel is how a Christian should deal with politics and the responsibility that we have. I'm going to read this off the screen because I wrote it, and I don't do a lot of reading off the screen. I like to be a little bit more spontaneous, but I thought it would be better for me to read this off after I had written it. And I had posted this to some people that I work with that are also believers, that we have a group chat that we have. So, conservative political commentator Charlie Kirk has been shot at one of his college campus events. Allegedly, he was shot in the neck. Reports are that he has been stabilized at a nearby hospital. I hate politics. I don't discuss politics with people unless I know them very, very well, and even then, if we're on different sides of politics, if I know them really well and we're on different sides, I don't talk to them unless we have an understanding that we can discuss these things and it's not going to affect our relationship. One of my best friends is the exact opposite of me politically, and we kind of touch on politics. We don't really get into it, but he's on the other side of the political spectrum than I am, and we love each other. And that's kind of the limit on what I will do with respect to politics. But I'm asking all of us to set aside time to pray. Pray for Charlie's recovery, but also let's focus on praying for our nation. In 1 Chronicles 17, King David has a request of the Lord, asking God, allow me to build your temple. I live in a house, and God, in 1 Chronicles 22, God tells him through the prophet, no, you don't get to build my temple. Because David had shed much blood and had fought in many wars. Even though the wars that David had fought were approved by God, God said, no, I don't want a man with blood on my hands building my house. It's interesting if you think about it. In 2 Chronicles chapter 7, we see the completion of the construction of the temple in Jerusalem under Solomon, son of David, the king of Israel. And in that chapter, one of the most glorious events in the history of earth in the top 10 at least, happens. And that is what's referred to as the Shekinah glory comes down from heaven. And it rests in the temple. Now what the Shekinah glory is, it's a visible manifestation of God's presence. I don't know if it goes along with a Christophany or a theophany as what we see kind of in the other place, but it seems like it. I think that would fit that. But we have the glory of God descend, and it's, I think, the same kind of glory that Moses gets to see face to face with God, and his face even shines after leaving God's presence. That glory rests in the temple for between 390 and 440 years until God has decided, hey, I'm done with the people of Israel being how wicked they are. I'm going to allow their temple to be destroyed and the Israelites carried off into captivity. In Ezekiel 10, we see the glory of God leave the temple. At that point, the time has come. The glory of God leaves the temple, and next comes the destruction of that temple. It's sad to think that at some point God had had enough where he said, I'm pulling my presence away from you. In the dedication, when we go back to Solomon completing that temple, and Solomon was a man of peace. We never see Solomon take up a battle against anyone. David had blood on his hands. Solomon comes up and there's no blood. There's no bloodshed under Solomon. Solomon, the wisest man ever lived, gets to build that temple. So when the Shekinah glory descends onto the temple, later that night, the Lord appears to Solomon in a dream. And he says this, Then the Lord appeared to Solomon at night and said to him, I have heard your prayer and have chosen this place for my house as a house of sacrifice. If I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or if I command the locust to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, and my people are called by my name and humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear them from heaven, and I will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land. Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to the prayer offered in this place. In Hebrews 13:8, the author there says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. I believe that it was Jesus as that glory. That was Jesus physically manifesting himself as that glory in the temple. And it's Jesus who leaves that temple. We know that when the Lord is resurrected, and Thomas, famously says, I won't believe unless I see, and the Lord appears to him and says, here I am. And he says, my Lord and my God. And Jesus said, blessed are you, for you believe, for you have seen. But blessed are those who believe and have not seen. All these amazing things were done for the people of God. The destruction of Egypt as they're led out, their captors destroyed, and they go into Canaan and they wipe out the people of Canaan. All of the things that happen as the prophets and the judges and then the kings, these true miracles that happen. All of these amazing things are done. Then the Lord comes and he's doing miracles. All of these things that were done for this special people, if God tells them, if you turn back to me, I will heal your land. How much more willing would God be to heal a land that did not have these blessings, that did not get to see these things, that God didn't work these incredible, miracles that science couldn't explain kind of things? How much more willing would he be to say, I will take care of these people, for they have humbled their hearts before me. They have come in humility to acknowledge me, to love their brother and love their sister, and humbled themselves before me. You know why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed? It wasn't destroyed because of their homosexual acts or things like that you would normally associate with it. But they were destroyed because they did not take care of the people in need. They lived in sumptuous pride, and they didn't take care of the people that needed them. That's why God destroyed them. We, brothers and sisters, need to be loving and considerate. And I'm not suggesting that you accept or tolerate things we know to be evil. But we can still be loving and caring. We can still be people that set the example and help to turn the hearts of people around us from the evil that everybody does. We're all sinners. We're all sinners. You know, sometimes we want to think about, hey, well, I'm not as bad. I'm good. I'm not bad. That guy over there is bad. What we don't always realize is that the righteousness of God that we are expected to meet before God, that He demands from us, is this. It's like going to the amusement park and there's a sign that says you must be this tall to ride this ride. And I can be this tall and look down on the guy that's this tall and go, yeah, man, you're not even close. You're not even close. You're nothing. I'm way better. I'm way better. When I get there and I see that I'm this tall and the line to get on the ride is this tall, I'm no better. I'm not getting on any more than that guy is. Let's compare ourselves to Jesus Christ. Recognize that we don't match up. We don't meet the standard. And let's look at each other, the brothers and sisters you have that you worship with, as well as the people in your life around you that are not believers. Let us all look at each other the same. Show some humility. Be kind to them. Don't be judgmental. Let's work to heal our land. Book of Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, here am I. Send me. Let's have the attitude of, here we are. Send us. Please pray. Take time to pray in your daily prayers, weekly prayers. If you're praying at supper, pray, Lord, heal this nation. Help us to humble ourselves. Help us to show others how to humble themselves before you, that you might see our humility, that you might see our desire for righteousness, and you would heal our land. And that there would not be this strife that is apparently getting worse and worse. Brothers and sisters, don't talk politics. Don't go on social media. Don't make commentary. Be the water that puts the fire out. Don't be the one stoking the fire. That fire has always been burning, and it always will, but do your part to put it out wherever you can. The fire of society has to die down. The fire of Jesus Christ has to be stoked. That fire will light the world. It will envelop the world with light. The fire of society will burn it up. Let's do our part to put that one out and stoke the light of Jesus Christ. That fire is what can save the world.